Most people think high performers like monks train their minds to be quiet. But when a scientist connected advanced monks to an EEG machine, what he saw was not silence at all. In the 1970s, British biophysicist Maxwell Cade used a sophisticated EEG system called the mind mirror to study consciousness. When he measured monks, their brains were highly active, highly organized and balanced. Multiple brainwave states were present at the same time. Alertness, awareness, focus, intuition, working together. Cade called this pattern the awakened mind. And if you're an entrepreneur or high performer, this matters for one simple reason. This state is not about escaping life. It's about operating inside life with calm, clarity, and focus all online at once. Here's the problem. The awakened mind isn't rare because only monks can reach it. It's rare because most people slowly lose access to it, especially high performers. Early in life, the mind naturally moves between different states: focus and imagination, awareness and thinking, logic and intuition. They cooperate. Then life speeds up. Deadlines, pressure, constant decisions, always thinking about what's next. The mind adapts by staying in one dominant mode: alert, analytical, always on. Over time, that becomes the default. You can still function. You can still succeed. But the mind stops working as a coordinated system. Clarity comes and goes. Focus takes effort. Calm feels separate from performance. Some days you feel sharp and grounded. Other days, everything feels heavier than it should. You overthink decisions. You feel mentally busy, but not truly clear. You do the work, but you pay for it with strain. And you've probably noticed this. Your best ideas often arrive when you're not trying. In the shower, on a walk, right before sleep. Those are moments when the mind briefly becomes more integrated again, but doesn't stay there. So you try the usual solutions: meditation, mindset work, more discipline, better routines. And while those can help, they often fall short for high performers because most traditional methods depend on effort. They ask you to control attention, to focus harder, to manage your thoughts. That usually strengthens the very mode that's already dominant. More alertness, more mental noise, more strain. You end up trying to solve a state problem with effort-based tools. That's where my work took a different direction. I'm Rev Vaughn. I'm a serial entrepreneur and high-performance consultant, and I've been creating accelerated learning and meditation audio programs for over 40 years. Over time, I noticed something consistent. People weren't lacking motivation. They weren't undisciplined. They were already pushing hard. What they lacked was access to a coordinated state on demand. That led to a better question. If the awakened mind is defined by a specific pattern, then restoring it shouldn't require teaching you what to do or what to think. It should require giving the brain the right signal. Here's why. The brain doesn't run on instructions. It runs on rhythm and structure. Sound reaches the brain before language, before effort, before belief. That's why music can calm you instantly. Why rhythm sharpens focus. Why certain sounds pull you into a different state without trying. The brain naturally synchronizes to structure. When it receives patterned sound, it doesn't analyze it. It responds. This audio doesn't force your brain into a state. It offers it a structure. The specially engineered sound waves are designed with layered timing and subtle relationships that gently encourage different brain systems to come online together. Fast enough to stay alert, slow enough to stay calm, organized enough to feel clear. You're not trying to create the state. Your brain recognizes the structure and follows it. That's why this feels different from meditation. There's nothing to focus on, nothing to control, nothing to learn. You simply use headphones, press play, and listen for 20 minutes. The result is the Awakened Mind audio program. A single, focused audio experience designed specifically for high performers. Not to relax you, not to distract you, and not to shut your mind down, but to help your brain reorganize into a more integrated operating state. Most people describe the experience as subtle but unmistakable. The mind feels less scattered. Focus comes online without forcing it. Calm doesn't reduce performance. It supports it. Decisions feel clearer. Pressure feels lighter. Insight arrives without chasing it. You're still alert, still engaged, Still yourself, just more coordinated. Look, there's no reason not to try this. You don't have to decide today. You don't have to believe anything. All you have to do is experience it for yourself. Every day you wait, you keep spending extra mental energy to reach clarity. You keep accepting strain as the cost of performance. Nothing breaks, nothing collapses, but nothing improves either. Trying this costs you nothing. Waiting costs you another day of operating below your best state. If you're ready to access the awakened mind and experience what it's like to work, decide, and lead from a calmer, clearer, more focused state, click the button on this page and access the awakened mind.